Hello, it's Tia DeShay. Today is Sunday, March 27th, 2022. It is 2:10 p.m. This is the 40-day prosperity plan demonstration brought to you by Selah Leadership Academy for Creative and Intuitive Studies, LLC, an educational component of Tia DeShay, LLC. This video presentation is brought to you by The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. It is meant to serve as a supplement, not a substitute. You are highly encouraged to purchase the book and read the book in its entirety. Come back to these video series to supplement what you have read. The agenda is we'll do a protection prayer, meditation, prosperity checklist, statement of principle, gratitude, and resources. Here's the protection prayer by James Freeman. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. The mind of God guides me. The life of God flows through me. The laws of God direct me. The power of God abides within me. The joy of God uplifts me. The strength of God renews me. The beauty of God inspires me. Wherever I am, God is. Let it be as it was said and written unto you and unto me. It is done. Ashe and amen. For our meditation, we're going to inhale, exhale 3 times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale one more time, exhale. Now you can inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth, or you can inhale, exhale through your mouth, whichever way is comfortable for you. Meditation. What do I know of God? God is life. Life is omnipresent. All is alive. I see this in the wonders of nature. I see this in myself. I am alive because I am life. My life is God's life. My life is God. I feel my livingness within me. I feel God. My awareness of God is growing. God is love. I feel love in my heart and know that this is the very spirit of God flowing through my feeling nature. I cannot love without God. I love, therefore I am one with God. My understanding of God is growing. God is wisdom and intelligence. God is mind, and I sense the infinite knowingness of that mind within me. I think, I know, and that with which I think and know is God's mind in expression. My knowledge of God is growing. Where is God? God is where I am. God is what I am. I am an individualization of God, and the Spirit of God dwells within me as me. I am the light of the world. I turn within to the light and say, Thou art the Christ, the Spirit of the living God. You are my spirit, my soul, my body. When I look at thee, I see me. And I listen in the silence for the acknowledgement from within. I am now conscious of God, of my Christ self. I am the Christ of God, the truth of God, the self of God. Through this consciousness of the reality of me, I open the door to spirit. I draw into my mind and feeling nature the wholeness of spirit, the allness of God, and my consciousness is filled with the light of truth. I now know that there is nothing that I could truly desire that is not at this very moment standing at the door of my consciousness, ready to appear in my life and affairs. I have only to be conscious of this truth, and every need is met, every problem solved, every question answered. My consciousness of God within is all I will ever need for all eternity. Breathe in and breathe out. Here we are with our prosperity checklist. Remember, this is a process. It is not a sprint. It's not even a marathon, because marathons end. This is a never-ending unfoldment of you transforming into your true self. So Some days you may answer yes to more questions than others, but it's okay. It's okay because it is a process, it's a journey, it's an unfoldment, it's a daily unfoldment. And it's not to be rushed, it's not to compare your progress with other people, it's not to criticize and judge yourself. It is just to appreciate who you are becoming, or who you were before the world told you who you were not. Prosperity checklist. Is my primary interest in realizing the presence of God, or is it in meeting a financial problem? Am I still concentrating on the effect, money, or am I focusing my attention on cause, spirit? Am I willing to take my stand now and prove God once and for all as my all-sufficiency? Have I devoted the necessary time to meditating on the spirit within as the source of my prosperity? Am I conscious of the inner presence as my abundance? Do I have the understanding that my consciousness of the presence is my supply? Am I trying to demonstrate money or develop a greater consciousness of abundance? Have I accepted the truth that the living presence within me is my all-sufficiency, and that the activity of this infinite mind is meeting my every need at this moment? Have I identified myself with my all-sufficient self so that I can say with great conviction, I am abundance? Knowing that my consciousness of the indwelling presence is my supply, can I now affirm and believe the truth that I have abundance? Can I see myself fulfilled and enjoying lavish abundance in my life and affairs? Have I truly expressed a feeling of love for the visions of wholeness and completeness that I see in my visualizations? Do I intuitively feel that spirit has manifest as my all-sufficiency, even though the results may still be invisible? Have I spoken the word, it is done? Have I totally surrendered all my needs, desires, fears, and concerns to the presence within? Have I expressed a deep sense of gratitude to the spirit within before my good comes forth into visible manifestation? Is my heart overflowing with thankfulness and joy the majority of my waking hours? Am I listening to the voice within for the guidance and instruction regarding any action that I am to take in the outer world? Am I following thought with that action? Have I totally forgiven everyone and everything in my consciousness? Am I practicing unconditional love with everyone in my life? Have I maintained a state of secrecy regarding the use of spiritual principles in the demonstration of my supply? Knowing the reality within and the truth about all, can I see everyone on this planet as abundantly supplied with every good thing regardless of appearances? Do I desire for everyone else that which I desire for myself? Am I a joyful giver? Do I freely share my money on a regular basis, knowing that as I give, so shall I receive, pressed down and running over? Have I done all that I can do to improve my relationship with my children? In my personal relationship with my mate or love partner, do I care more about his or her feelings and welfare than I do my own? Am I working to overcome any problems related to my sex life? Am I involved in a meaningful activity for creative self-expression? Am I working on my life plan to see myself as whole and complete in every area of my life? The more questions you have answered yes, the richer you are in mind and manifestation. Statement of principle, day 16. We are on day 16. We have 24 more days to go. We are almost halfway there. Remember, you are to be journaling. After going over the principle, journal any insights, any revelations, any light bulb moments that you've received about yourself, your thoughts, your actions, your belief, your world, others. Remember to journal, and also remember you are not to be discussing this with other people, because that weakens the momentum and the power behind this 40-day prosperity demonstration. Because then people will attempt to plant in seeds of doubt, seeds of lack, seeds of limitation. They will attempt to make you second guess yourself. They could be jealous, envious, So it's best to keep this a secret and let your actions speak for themselves, and let the change in your life speak for itself. All right. Statement of principle, day 16. My inner supply instantly and constantly takes on form and experience according to my needs and desires. And as the principle of supply in action, it is impossible for me to have any needs or unfulfilled desires. So, according to what you desire, according to what you need, instantly you're going to have an experience, a thought that will form itself based on your needs and desires. So it's your body, your mind, the God within you is constantly wanting to fulfill your desires and your needs. Because as soon as you have that need or desire, instantly you have an experience. For instance, if you think that there's not enough, you're going to instantly and constantly have experiences of not having enough. That's why you always have not enough, because that's what you're thinking. And it's instant and it's constant. The more you think about that, not having enough, you're going to constantly not have enough. So if you want a new car, a new home, immediately you're going to have experiences that's going to help you to bring that new home into physical manifestation. And I want to share this with you. I was talking to someone today, and it goes with this principle, day 16. And I know it was spirit talking, because I'm like, where did that come from? But the reason why there's recession, depression in the economy. Now, depending on where you live, what country you live in, where you live, you know, whether that country's economic system is currently going through a depression or recession, it doesn't matter. Whenever a depression or recession occurs, I was talking to my friend and I said it occurs because collectively, the collective consciousness focuses on the effect and not the cause. They focus on the money and not the source of the money, spirit. That is the spiritual reason why recessions and depressions occur. Because people are focused on the supply, not the cause. They're focused on the effect and not the cause. They're focused on the money and not the cause. Look in history. Whenever there was a time in history when it was an overflow, when it was abundance, when it was prosperity, it was because people, whether they consciously connected it to spirituality or religion or however you want to label it, when they focused on creativity, when they focused on their mind, the thoughts and the creative thoughts and beliefs and ideas that was coming from the mind, then society prospered. But the minute they took their focus off of the mind, the divine mind within them, the creative ideas coming through them, and started focusing on materialism, the effect, then civilizations ended. Look at the Roman Empire. Wars, tribal wars began. Inter tribal conflict began. division began because people started focusing on the material aspect and not focusing on the source, the creator. They started looking at the creation and not the creator. Even in the Bible, it's countless stories of what happens when, especially in the the Old Testament, countless stories of when God's people, when they took their eyes off of the creator and started worshiping other gods. And we're not in the sense that we've been taught. Materialism, started worshiping other gods, started looking outside of themselves, is when they started, when the people of God in the Bible, in the Old Testament, started having problems. But whenever collectively people focused on the creator and focused on source, when they went within and they connected to spirit, life was prosperous for everyone. But the minute their consciousness shifted and they started focusing on materialism, then you had destructions and endings of civilizations, communities, you had recession, you had depressions economically. No one ever explained it to us like that, though, on a spiritual, energetic level. So whatever your country is experiencing right now economically is because collectively people have taken their eyes off of the source, the divine mind within them. And they're focusing it on what they see. And that's why there's a depression. That's why there's a recession. That's why there's inflation. Inflation is because I'm hearing to share with anyone who is listening to this, inflation energetically, spiritually occurs when you give something too much value. It's inflated. The value of it, you give it way too much value and attention. Way too much authority or power in your life. Come through, Spirit. That is how energetically inflation occurs in a society economically. You've given too much power, authority, and awareness to your supply versus your cause, your effect. Your cause. The effect is the money. You've given too much authority and power on the effect, the money, and not enough power and authority to the cause, which is spirit, the divine mind within you, infinite abundance within you. So those are the energetic reasons for depression, economic depressions, economic recessions, and inflation. Because collectively people have put too much power and authority on money, instead of placing that power and authority on the God within them, the Christ within them. So anything that you're experiencing, it's because your inner supply instantly and constantly takes on the form of your desires and needs. So if your desire is more and more money, more money, I need more money, I need more money, I need more money, then your experiences will always create an environment where you need more money. You don't have enough. Whereas if your desire is, I truly want to help people. I truly want to unleash my gifts to the world. I truly want to share my gifts with more and more people. Then instantly you're going to have experiences where you're able to do that. And as a result, money is one of the things that will be attached to that. And you'll have more and more experiences where you can share your gifts and talents with the world. See the difference? Also, with something else I wanted to bring up before I end, it'll come to me. But statement of principle, day 16, my inner supply instantly and constantly takes on form and experience according to my needs and desires. And as the principle of supply in action, it is impossible for me to have any needs or unfulfilled desires. Remember, if you keep saying, I need more money, you're going to have that experience. That experience will not go unfulfilled in your life. You will constantly have experiences where you need more money. This is what I want to say before I end. I was doing some metaphysical work yesterday, and it wasn't by coincidence. I was looking at the back of the package. It was pink Himalayan salt. And I was looking on the back of the package, and it gave a fun fact. It is believed, on the back of the package, it said, it is believed that the word salt is where we get our word salary from. And I thought, oh, wow. So anything can be currency. Anything can be money. We just happen to, here in the United States, in most places, if not all places, we assign paper money and coin, or we created paper and coins to represent money. But before that, people were trading with salt. People were trading with livestock, animals, cowrie shells. In Africa, they were using cowrie shells. They were trading services. So anything can be money. Anything can be money is what collectively we give our attention to and call money. Anything can be money. And when I saw that, I was like, wow. It's what collectively we have agreed on as money. That's money. But it could be salt. And then we would all be trying to get salt in order to live. Interesting. So statement of principle, day 16, my inner supply instantly and constantly takes on form and experience according to my needs and desires. And as the principle of supply in action, it is impossible for me to have any needs or unfulfilled desires. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Day 16, people, we rocking this. Let's keep the momentum. Keep the momentum. Remember, if you miss a day, you have to go back and start from the beginning, day 1. You must do 40 consecutive days, because if you miss a day, you break the power and momentum that has been accumulating as you do it each day, every day, back to back. So remember that. But I once again thank you for allowing Selah Leadership Academy for creative and intuitive studies in assisting you in your transformation. And resources. If you like to utilize my services, you may go on my website and choose the service that you would like to utilize. My website is tiadeshay.com. I do personal sessions, spiritual sessions using divination cards. Whether it's a personal session or whether it's business in the educational realm, you can book a session on my website, tiadeshay.com. I also do candle services where I use candles, herbs, and oils to help transform your life on an energetic level. I will be expanding those services where I will be creating the candles from scratch, like actually making the candles myself. That will infuse even more power in the candle services, because I'm making them in my own environment. So I don't have to worry about the environment of a factory making the candles. I can create the environment, so I can have prayers, chants, mantras playing in the background while I'm making the actual candle wax. So I will be increasing that service come uh, mid-spring, early summer. But for right now, my candles that I use are store-bought, but they are just as effective. So if you would like to utilize that service, that's also available on my website. You can also download the app, my app, Mirror Moments app, on iOS and Android. Love that app. Absolutely adore that app. It's so much information on that app to get you through the day. I also teach courses on Udemy under Reverend Deandra Abrahart. I am a Reverend. I am an ordained minister of metaphysics. I have a bachelor's in metaphysics. Currently going for my master's in metaphysics. So I have 2 courses on Udemy that you are more than welcome to take. And I'm also an author. My books are available on Amazon, Lulu, Barnes and Noble, any online retailer that sells books. And on Amazon, or if you go on any online retailer that sells books, just type in Tia DeShay and you will see my books. So until tomorrow, be blessed.